Hey guys, welcome back for another video. We got a fun one prepared today. What we'll be doing is we'll be completely breaking down our Michigan Wolverines versus Ohio State Buckeyes matchup we have coming up during week 14 of the 2024 college football season. We're going to completely break down this matchup, try to predict the outcome, who's going to win, who's going to lose, what the final score will be. We'll also touch on the money lines, the spread, the over-under. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, please drop them below and I will respond. Every week we go over every single college football game. The top 25 ones, the non-top 25 ones, and we also go over every NFL game as well. If you're a football fan, if you're a sports fan in general, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can follow along with us. So we have one of the biggest rivalries in all of college football coming up. We have the defending national champions, the Michigan Wolverines. They are 6-5. This game's going to be November 30th. On Fox at 12 p.m. They are going to be playing number 2 Ohio State Buckeyes, 10-1. Right now, the Buckeyes have a 91.8% chance to win this game. 21-point favorites. That is a massive spread for a in-conference rivalry game. We know how heated this game can be. We know how much is riding on this game. It's been a little while since Ryan Day has beaten Michigan. But the big thing for him, Harbaugh is gone. Sharon Moore's the coach. And this team is vulnerable. This is finally his chance for the Buckeyes to get a win versus Michigan. Yes, that might come when they're down, but you got to kick your rivals when they're down. The over-under in this game is going to be 42.5. Right now, Michigan, they are still struggling to consistently move the ball, get first downs, and punch it in the red zone. They're having issues specifically throwing the ball. They can run the ball. They've been doing fine running the ball. Mulligan, Edwards, they've had no issues on the ground, but they have had issues through the air, vertically pushing the ball down the field, and that's with one of the best tight ends in the country, Loveland, playing a lot of this season. They still struggle to consistently get that ball punched in. However, we know this is a rivalry game. Anything can happen in a rivalry game. Right now, Michigan, they're only averaging 23.1 points a game. They're throwing for 148.6. They're running for 159.6, just averaging just a hair above 300 yards a game, and they're giving up 21.5 points a game, which isn't bad considering the fact that their defense is on the field a lot. There's been a lot of turnovers in the plus side, so they've been put in the really bad situations, but they're only giving up 94 yards on the ground. Their strength is their run defense. They're going to stack that line. They're going to get pressure on the opposing quarterback. They're going to try to shut down the run game. That's easier said than done versus the Ohio State Buckeyes because they have one of the best 1-2 running back punches in the nation. They have Henderson. They have Junkins. They're going to keep those guys fresh. They're going to be rotating a new set of legs in constantly. The offensive line is banged up. So this is the Michigan D-line versus the Ohio State depleted offensive line. But they held up just fine versus Indiana and their defense this past weekend. Right now, the Buckeyes, they're averaging 37.8, throwing for 268.4, running for 177.5 yards per game. And they have the number 1 talented defense and the number 1 statistical defense in the nation, only giving up 10.7 points per game. This is a legitimate great defense. Michigan wants to run the ball. They want to play that Harbaugh style of football. Line up in the eye, run it downhill right at you. But the Buckeyes are only giving up 90 on the ground. It's going to be very hard to run on that defensive line. They have one of the best secondaries in the nation, one of the best set of safeties in the nation. They're going to make it hard to throw. If Michigan throws, the Buckeyes are going to make you pay. Michigan wants to establish the ground game. This game, no matter what, will be decided in the trenches. Right now, the Buckeyes have the number 3 overall talented team. Michigan replacing a lot of starters from last year's national championship gone. Looking at the actual playmakers for Michigan, Orji, Warren, they've been cycling through both quarterbacks. They have Mullings, they have Edwards, they have Loveland. Don't underestimate Loveland in those third and long situations. He can step up massively, but it's going to be really hard to pass against the Buckeyes, and you need time to throw the ball. The Buckeyes' defensive line is going to make that very hard. For Ohio State, they have Will Howard closing in on 2,700 yards. He has 33 total touchdowns. Right now, he has 26 passing, 6 interceptions, and he has 7 rushing touchdowns. They have Quinton Junkins. They have Henderson. They have one of the better, if not the best, wide receiver core in the nation, led by Smith and led by Egbuka. Multiple weapons, multiple ways they can beat you. These are first-round wide receivers here. One of them, a true freshman, the best true freshman wide receiver in the nation. In a rivalry game, anything can happen. The game can always go either way. The Buckeyes are so talented right now. If they win this game, everything's in front of them. That sets them up the Big Ten rematch with Oregon. Just don't get caught looking at that game. You'll want to win this game. Take it game by game. If you win this one, you're in the Big Ten championship. Oregon beat you by 1 point on a weird last 30 seconds in Eugene. It's hard to beat a really good team twice, so the Buckeyes would probably be the favorites. I'm not saying that they would win, but because they lost that first one just barely on the road, they're probably going to be the favorite right now with the number one defense in the nation. You can get the bye week first round of the playoffs no matter what. As long as you win here, you're in the playoffs anyways. I think no matter what, you're going to make the playoffs, whether you win or lose this game. But if you win it, you're 11-1. Even if you drop the game in the Big Ten championship, everything is still in front of you to make the playoffs and to be competing for the national championship. But you want that Big Ten championship. This game is personal. Ryan Day is going to keep his foot on the gas no matter what, and deservedly so. That's what you do in rivalry games. You want to blow the team out. You don't want just a win. You want to blow them out, no doubt win. I have the Buckeyes getting the win here, winning this one 34-13. As of right now, that's a push and going with the over, but obviously that spread is going to move by the time that we get to game day. But I have the Buckeyes finally getting that burden off their back, off their shoulders, getting a win versus Michigan. It's been a couple of years. Buckeyes cruise, and they face the Oregon Ducks in the Big Ten Championship. So that's our breakdown. That's our prediction for our Michigan versus Ohio State Buckeyes game. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, please drop them below, and I will respond. Thank you.